Let us know when, please.
Guys, I'm my reviews. You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
So we're all...
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Friday Frothy. We don't know if we're live. We're hoping that we are. My good mate's sitting beside me.
We're here, right? Well, I'm here, mate. Glenn's here. We're in the house.
Glenn's in the house.
I'm in the house, and now, we've got our makeup lady over there, Leah. We've got Al over there trying to work out all technology.
It's gone.
It looks like we're on.
We're on, and I know we're on. I can see it. I can see my ugly looking dial in there, mate.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the Friday Frothy. I know it's been a bit between drinks and Glennie. First, before we even start the show, I've got to say a quick hello and a sorry to our great mates Trent Crode and Kate Jezelenko.
Yeah, we tried.
We tried. We had problems. It didn't work. And guys, hello, Juanita. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hi,
Hope you're
Juanita.
well.
I haven't spoken to Juanita over there in WA.
No.
Actually, Juanita texted Leah here not long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Which was good. So, here you go, Juanita. Sorry.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Sorry we've had some issues in the past. Well, we have major issues.
Well,
you and I, Glenn.
we've always had major issues.
But we're back, and we've got a beer. Well, actually, I don't have a beer. If anyone can help me out in that situation. But thanks for joining us, guys. And how are you, Glenn? How's things, mate?
Good.
Good.
Yep. I just put it as good. I mean, because you can't complain these days, Jeff.
We can't.
We're here. We're alive.
Well, I'll just a Byron Bay. Thank you.
I don't complain these days. I'm only a young 25-year-old. And I want to make 26.
Yeah.
But look, mate, it's good. Things are good.
Isn't it funny?
I mean, except let's get it out of the way.
Here we go.
Except for the poor people, which we, our hearts go out to. Every time we're on our show, we're always giving it. There's always something. It's fires before. Now we're looking at floods throughout New South Wales, throughout Queensland now, and our hearts go out to all the people that have doing it tough, mate. Yeah. And here we are doing a sports show, and but look, life goes on. Those guys will rebuild. They've got resilience, and hopefully, all the governments and everyone gets behind them, and the towns and that, and that's what we do. Us Australians, we just get together, mate, and we just we go for it. And so good luck to you guys, and we're thinking of you.
We are thinking of you. Yes, indeed. It just goes on and on and on, doesn't it? Yeah. Mate, just for people out there, if you're new to the show, my name's Jeff, and obviously you're Glenn.
Yeah.
And
it's two ends.
With two ends. At the moment, we are fortnightly on the show, but there's a couple of things happening in the background of the Friday Frothy that we won't let the cat out of the bag just yet, but we are growing, and things are going to start getting a little bit bigger, I think. So.
I like that we have Glenn Zeski and shot nowadays.
Oh, look at this! Hey, you got your little bar over there yourself. And just a reminder, guys,
that's my armrest, actually.
You're probably noticing that I've got a little baby brewing here. We are
actually... We're not too bad, mate, are we?
No, I am. Look at that. But we are going to start...
Jeff ate the baby.
Fly into July. We're starting in April. So if anyone remembers last year, we did a fly into July with Nat Arnold.
I remember.
And it was walking steps, making sure you had 10,000 steps a day and all that stuff. We're going to do it again this year. So anyone out there who's interested, who wants to get on board with us, let us know, because we're definitely going to get back on board.
I was walking around my lounge room and then I was walking up and down the street, and then because I didn't have enough steps up, I had to walk around my lounge room. And I started bumping into things, but I don't know why.
Juanita hasn't been well. She's got over a virus from home. I hope it wasn't coronavirus.
It'll be man flu.
It'll be man flu.
It'll be woman flu.
All right, let's start the show off, Glennie. Tonight, we're going to start off what we normally do with Out With It. Guys, anyone out there who doesn't know what Out With It is? Anything that gets on our goat, Glennie?
You can certainly get anything that gets on our goat, and on your goat. But Jeff's got it. This is Jeff's...
what have I got?
This is your segment.
You said I've got it.
You want Out With It? Here we go. I think I can do
It's
this.
on your goat.
You just said
Are you
I've
ready,
got
guys?
it.
I think I've got it.
Do it.
Here we go.
Do it. Out with it. Out with it. You can hear it through here.
Woo!
Like that, don't you? Mate, I've in a world at the moment where, and we'll touch base on this in a minute, but Danny Frawley, it's Spud's game this week, so it's
Melbourne.
yes, tomorrow night. So it's pretty big mental health at the moment, and
It's a big deal, mate.
they're pushing beyond blue. The coronavirus has affected everyone.
Yep.
And I read yesterday, and this has really annoyed me because I'm a North Melbourne supporter, right?
Big North supporter, and that's good on you.
I probably wasn't.
Like I'm North.
I probably wasn't really worried about Rhys Shaw when he left North Melbourne.
No, but he's had some problems.
He's got some problems, and what I've read is that because they're playing Gold Coast Suns, who he's now coaching with, assistant coach. Assistant coach. And the word is that Rhys Shaw left the club because of mental health, as we know.
Yep.
But it was due to do with all the hubs and being away from his family, which we spoke to Scott Wade about with Matt Wade and being away. And what is really bad in a time where everyone's spruiking mental health and people need to be looked after, and we need to address this.
We do.
He didn't receive the support he needed from North Melbourne.
Well, that's his words.
That sucks.
That's what I've got.
If he said that, and this is what football clubs, because let's be honest, we watch shows, we watch our footy shows, and there's many shows on at the moment. You've got 360, and we can keep going, and but this is what they talk about, Jeff, all the time.
It's all about mental health.
It's all about mental health, and we've got women's footy now, and the same thing with the girls as the men.
Yeah.
And, how do we address it? This thing's been around for a long time.
Sorry, I didn't catch the part. Did Rhys want?
No, he was struggling obviously with the hubs and moving from state to state and being away from his family. And look, everyone struggled through coronavirus. There's no doubt about it.
Did he ask the club for help?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm gathering he would have.
That's what actually makes you think, Al, too. I mean, the thing is, they've got in these clubs. The trouble is, with the COVID, they started cutting back everyone, didn't they? There was coaches. They started cutting them back.
Yeah.
Then there was the medical staff, the whole thing. But they have got they've got doctors. I'm just going
to put this out there. North Melbourne won 3 games as well. So they would have been putting the pressure on him that they're not winning games, and he's got a mental health problem. They haven't addressed it. They've let him go. So
can I just interrupt? Because I have a friend at work at the moment who's going through chemotherapy, and she's just had an operation with colon cancer.
Yeah, well, we're thinking of you.
Now, she said to me that in the hospital, she went 17 days without any offer of any sort of mental health assistance.
So there you go.
So, if you're talking about what's happening in the footy, I don't think it's just the footy.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. It's a worldwide thing.
It is, but I'm talking about a club, an AFL club, hundreds of millions of dollars.
They've got people there to talk to.
Exactly.
That lady should have had.
Yeah.
And it'd be one of the first things, someone come in and say, hey, do you need some help? Like that's are you okay? Do you need some help?
Well, they've got families, and some haven't.
Yes.
And some are doing it on their own, and some probably they've got kids or something like that in other states, and they need the help.
It just annoys me the fact that you've got so many companies out there who are boasting the fact that mental health is the top of the list at the moment. We've got to look after our employees or our friends or our people, and they're being let down.
Well, they need to put their money where their mouth is.
That's exactly
right.
Well,
as I said, mate, you guys, you and Al, and that are in variety.
Yes.
Which is for kids.
Yes.
That's another whole...
Stay tuned on that, by
That's
the way.
another whole issue. And there's many. But it just does seem at the moment that every person you talk to, whether they're an actor, a musician, someone that walks down at the local shop, but this bit with the COVID, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It has started a massive problem.
Yeah.
And I think the hospitals are they're full too because of patients are going in there, mate, and they do need help.
$150 now to go to the doctors, and it's free to go to emergency. So what would you do?
Yeah.
If you were an older person on a pension, what would you do?
Yeah. And the other thing is, hospitals are full.
Yeah.
And the nurses, the nurses staff and all, they're all.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So bottom line, that's the sad stuff out of the way.
But
North Melbourne, pick your act up. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm changing to another club, and it won't be Hawthorn.
And we would have you, Jeff.
No.
We'd have you over there.
No.
Because we are the family club. We'd embrace you. We'd embrace you.
What do you think? Hey,
we'd pull you in, and we'd give you the help.
Just what we're talking about, what do you think about Spud's game? Good theory? Good thing to do?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I actually think it's brilliant because he was a bit like us, mate. He's comical. I mean, he gets the...
Comical? You get tickets on yourself, haven't you?
I back that one up. That's a good statement.
Comical.
Hang on.
Stupid.
No, I'm not that far.
No.
But... look, no. The thing is
that
he had his show. I used to watch. I used to love the bounce and all his antics and all that. And not only that, I watched him play football from when he was at St Kilda right through. And
bless you.
A, yes, he was a great footballer.
Yes,
but B, what we do forget, he's a person. He's got a family, and the whole thing about the trouble with the depression was the fact that it was head knocks, Jeff, and that's what we're not spoken about.
Yeah.
So it's head knocks, which they reckon has created what the problem was with Danny Frawley, and that's where
all right. So let's go on this a little bit further. So, Glenn, so what do you say to the people now after saying that? What do you say to the people who say football's gotten soft?
Yeah, look, I turn around.
Where do you stand on that?
Okay, well, look, I know playing football back. Like when you were younger and I was younger and all the rest of it.
That's a long time ago.
Well, it was just yesterday, mate. Only 25 or 6 now. But, no, look, the thing is that you were told by your coaches to go out there, put your head over the ball.
Yep.
And unfortunately, there was the rules were, if you were fair game. You got, you did get hit in the head. And if I quickly went through a list of guys, John Barnes that played at Essendon, these are just a few guys. Greg Williams at Carlton.
Yep.
We can keep going until the cows come in. That's just one sporting code.
Yes.
Rugby league, boxing, all these things where head hits.
Yeah. What happens with boxing? If this comes out.
And what about this silly? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose UFC fighting because my son. There's a lot of young people that love it. But the brutality, they get hit in the head all the time, and I worry that you've got Muhammad Ali that had Parkinson's. To me, it's a direct fact that he got hit so many times.
Of course.
And it is a worry, and I think, look, quickly, the answer to your question before was, yes, I think they're doing the right thing. If you hit high, so we talk about Dangerfield, so we're going straight on to Dangerfield.
Yep.
3 weeks?
Yep. That's fair.
I don't think he meant to do it exactly what he did, but 3 weeks is fair.
Yeah.
He copped his whack.
Yep.
We all happy with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll move on.
I think so.
Move on.
I think so.
I think that's fair. So that's the new thing now in rugby and all these different sports is they've got to protect the head.
Yeah.
And that's it. So there's no compromise.
And the pills.
And the pills.
Yeah, well, there should be a rule. There should be a rule.
Well, a pill rule.
Yeah, you can't get hit in the pills.
You can't be hitting them.
No. That's kicking in danger. Anyway, that's out with it. Out with it. On Leah's phone.
You know what?
You're finishing
don't
up.
Intentionally sometimes go to hit head high.
Well,
as probably was the danger.
I think that's the thing.
So
the quick thing is
thinking, I can't do that. Just in case.
No, look, the thing is, the game's that quick.
Yes, that's right.
That you've got.
You don't have a second to
I
think
don't
about
think Dangerfield. Look, he did probably try and line him up a little bit or protect himself, but you got 2 seconds.
It's like Matty Lloyd was on the other night.
Yes.
All right.
That was really the end of Out With It.
Out with it. Out with it.
Jeez, that was long, wasn't it?
What is that noise?
Sorry.
Anyway.
That's
While we're talking about boxing, we've got a couple of things to talk about here in boxing tonight, guys. And the first one is, it's finally looks like it's going to happen. Mike Tyson is going to fight Evander Holyfield. Have you heard this?
What? No.
Yes. Yes.
He wants to match his other ear.
He wants to fight it off.
He's got one ear off. He wants to. Hey, how much money do you reckon that's for?
I'm going to tell you, right? Reports have emerged that Tyson has rejected a $32 million offer for a trilogy, so 3 fights, against Holyfield. And that's why when you pick that up. Trilogy.
You
knew that was 3. That was good.
That's not bad, is it? I've only had one big.
At the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, 54-year-old is claimed they're on the verge of finalising the paperwork for a bout on May 29th. So Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield.
Well,
what do you think about that, Glenno?
Oh, look, after the last fight that he had, which was against Jones, whatever his name is, Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, look, mate, you laughing about what we look like, but hello, that guy. I mean, he was a professional boxer. He was out here.
Yeah.
Tyson's built like a.
And he's been training for how long?
He's
what's
Savannah
doing? Is he training? You know, is he?
Oh, I know. I reckon he'd look good.
He's eating gristle.
Well, I don't know. I think
grits.
Evander Holyfield, I think he's a bit of a Tyson. He likes to look after himself. But
a bit like me.
The fact is, ages, I think they're similar. You know?
Yeah, they'd be just as old as each other. I think Evander probably
but do people really want to watch the older fighters anymore? As is now, what's his name? Zhu is being...
Tim Zhu. Costa Zhu.
Tim Zhu.
Yes.
Tim Zhu.
Yes.
He's going to fight a guy, and Zarafa, he's put out a little bit of a thing about wanting to fight him and said he's running away from him and all that, just to get the fight. It's all about money.
Well, he did beat Mundine, so that's a win.
Yeah, well, he laughed about that, Zhu, didn't he?
First round.
And he said he fought a grandpa.
Yeah.
First
round.
seconds, wasn't it?
And it's almost disrespectful, but I was going to say Muhammad Ali. But what's his name? Mundine. He just how many times can you come back?
Well, he wants to come back again, but if he comes back,
What? You're joking.
he will come back only to fight Danny Green. That's the only reason.
Who said that?
Mundine.
Oh God!
So in the same night that he retired, the next day I think he's turned around and said, "I would come back to fight Danny Green, though." What's going on? Seriously?
Yeah,
mate.
You're gone, Mundine.
I think his brains are scrambled.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. I haven't seen it, but Jeff Horn has released a short film called Slugger.
Exciting.
Called Slugger.
No, I've heard that there's something going on. So what have you got?
It's called Slugger. I can't remember what the platform is. It's like Netflix, but I think it's Goodflix or something like that.
Right.
But if you Google it, you'll see it. I think it costs $1.99 to watch. It's a short film regarding Jeff's. It's not exactly what happened in his younger years and why he went into boxing, but it's it's a bit of reality and. Someone does a one punch. What do they call it?
You king hit.
King
hit, one punch. Yeah, you're right. One punch.
Yeah. So $1.99 to watch the movie. I think all the funds go towards bullying and Jeff's what he's doing.
So to get that
so
right,
he's doing some good stuff.
That's on Netflix.
No, it's not Netflix. I think
YouTube?
I think it's called Goodflix. I'm not sure, Glenn.
How do they?
Well, you'd have to Google it. Google Slugger, and it'll tell you where to go, how to see it.
You might get all sorts of stuff
But
if you do that.
but it's not about it's not the real
Don't
story
search for
about Jeff Horn and what happened at being bullied in school, but it is about him and how he went on. So good on you, Jeff. So he's doing a lot of work for
I think it's called
for
Good Fix.
bullying, which is good. What is it?
No, Good Flicks.
Good Flicks. This is what I said.
Okay,
Good
there you
Flicks.
go, fellas.
$1.99.
And ladies,
get on
Good
there.
Flicks. Get on there.
Proceeds go towards the bullying, and he's doing a lot for schools at the moment.
Great man.
And
The
Jeff,
Hornster.
I know you watch the show. One of these days, we're going to get you down here in Hobart and put a show on.
He was a champion. Well, he is a champion.
He is a champion.
No, I must say he was. He is.
Yeah.
And
still no word about his boxing career. He still hasn't put it out there whether he's going to continue or whether he's going to stop.
It doesn't matter. He's done it all.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I think you can go too long, and the man might have gone a little bit too long.
I think you might be right, mate. I think you might be right.
What else we got, mate?
Just quickly in rugby league, what does your brother call it? He just calls it league. It's not rugby league, it's just league.
Just league.
That's what he says.
Yeah, league.
Nathan Brown's future in jeopardy, Parramatta Eels. They've withdrawn a $1.2 million contract on him because, he didn't sign. He waited too long. He's come out of that contract period, and now they've withdrawn it and said, "No, you took too long, mate, to make your mind up."
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, these guys hunting for money in sports.
Well, so they offered it, and he didn't come up with the goods.
Because I think the Storm might be chasing him, and talking about the Storm, they're struggling, Lenny.
They are. The great man Smithy's gone back to the old Gold Coast, mate. They'll gone back up there. There were some reports that Cameron Smith, we're talking about Cameron Smith,
not the golfer.
No, not the golfer, but Cam Smith. Then I'll say Cam
Is there
Smith.
two Cameron Smiths?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. We only found that. Yeah, But anyway, Cameron Smith. Jesus Christ. Anyway, he like the
So
Titans.
What just happened?
Titans. I don't know. But Glenn, Jeff,
That was a negative reality
but-
inversion.
No, it was a negative reality inversion. But there were some reports there that Cameron Smith, because he's retired,
Yeah.
and some of the rugby league greats said, "Oh, look, he's just going to come back later for the Titans through the year." As like it's a little bit like footy when you get to the you can get a pick later in the year.
Yep.
And boost your side, but
Gee, that drives me nuts.
what do you think he's got?
Oh, no, I'd pick him up.
He is an immortal.
I'd pick him up.
He's immortal, isn't he?
Yeah, you'd have him in your team.
He's the greatest player.
Hey?
I think even by the
This worries me. The producers on the wall. What's going on?
I know, not by the frothies, but by the experts, the Matty Johns and all that. They said that he's immortal. He is the man.
Yeah.
Cam Smith.
Mate, I'd pick
And
him
there's
up.
been how many great rugby players?
Pick him up for the super
League
sub.
players,
The
sorry.
super sub in AFL. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway.
Yeah, we will.
Anything else on the rugby you've been watching the league?
Look, I watched some games, but you're right. I think the Storm won their first. They and look, I only watched the first game, Jeff, and they did it pretty easy. But as you said,
It was against the Rabbitohs.
They beat the Rabbitohs and pretty well. And I thought, oh gee, here they go again. No Cam Smith, but the other guys, pulled up the slack sort of thing that replaced him. Look at me, they've come out and you've told me that they've lost the last two. Who
Against
beat
the
them,
Eels.
mate? The Eels,
The Eels.
your side.
And they're playing tonight, aren't they?
Parramatta Eels.
You were all over
and
this,
then
weren't you?
they got the Panthers.
Yes.
They,
Penrith, the grand final replay, they got done again. So, well, not
So
again.
there you go. So it's a little bit happening there with the Storm, who were the grand finalists and winners of the... What's the trophy? I can't think of the trophy's called, but anyway.
The Reg Grundy.
That'll do.
The
Big
Reg Grundy.
trophy. You've seen the trophy.
Yes, I have.
Take me, you, and probably the rest of the...
Corey from Corey's Garden
Gardening
Landscaping.
and landscaping.
Yes.
They take all the boys from there just to lift the damn thing.
Yes. Yes,
I wonder how
indeed.
Corey's going.
Corey's going all right.
No, he's going.
He's busy. He's busy.
Good.
But guys, have you got any gardening work around Hobart that you want to do?
Landscaping.
Well, landscaping.
Corey?
He does
Corey's-
everything. Decks,
Yeah,
pergolas,
he does. Yeah.
walls. He's now doing concreting, window tinting.
Yeah.
He's the man.
You
Get
take
on
my
him.
job, so you can do glazing as well.
Probably
Get on him.
get across to a bit of that, eh?
Well, no.
Will we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
put Corey
Let's
on.
go. Here we
Well
go.
done, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Corey. Beautiful work, mate. You're a champion. Hey, listen.
I'm going to celebrate. Oh, sorry, Corey, all right.
Have a listen to this. Let's go into a bit of cricket, mate, because this is fun
Oh, I know where you're going to go with this.
and
I know.
embarrassing.
Yes.
What
You're
am
not
I-
talking about the bird.
Jeff got over.
Not the
I
bird.
did. I'm up and about.
Not the bird.
I am up and about.
I ran out of figures.
Jackson Bird.
Give it to us, mate.
What do you want to know?
Well, how many wickets did he take?
I got some stats. Seven for 18.
That's unheard of. That's a whole team. Just on his own, the bird. And guess who? Guess where he's from, Jeff?
Where?
New South Wales. But
And-
he's
and
played
who were
for
they playing?
New South Wales. He played New South Wales.
Turn it up.
And 7 for 18. They've got to look at him, don't they? Now, the
Well-
test side.
Oh, do they? How old is he?
It doesn't matter. You know who's taken all the wickets, isn't it funny? All the wickets in Sheffield Shield, is it called that?
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
Sheffield Shield.
Yeah.
Guys like him,
Yeah.
Siddle,
Yeah, I know.
they're the ones taking all the
I know,
wickets, mate,
I
not
know.
the young
But
bucks, as I call them.
what is Australia's youth policy? When do you start breeding
Well-
in young talent? Meredith.
But 7 for
You know,
18.
I know.
I mean, hello.
It's hard not to look at.
And that was down at the establishment down the road.
It was.
That was at Blundstone.
We should have
Arena.
been there with our smelly shoes on, the Blundstones.
Oh, we should have been.
Talking about Blundstones, what the hell's happening with Alex Proney? Haven't heard a word, Alex.
Well,
I know you watch the show too, so let us know.
Tell us you're not in billy carts over there, mate. And
Well, he's on the next level down from IndyCars, which is massive.
well,
in
we
America.
want to hear from him, but no one can. We might have to get his father. We might have to.
Don't know what's going on.
Anyway.
Don't know what's going on. But anyway, yes, Tasmania recorded 333 in the first innings, Glennie.
Wow.
And then Jackson Bird. Well, the top scorer was Peter Neville on 10
And he's a wicket keep.
for New South Wales.
That's
All
not
out for 32. And
we rolled them. And they were second on the ladder. So they were second, so we were near towards the bottom. But I don't know, we pushed bottom. But we've pushed up now, haven't we?
The bottom.
Yeah, the bottom.
Glenn's turned French while you guys have been away.
Oh, yes.
We've had a couple of problems, issues with technology,
bon
and you've turned French.
Voilà.
Sapla bon moi, you idiot.
Oui.
You idiot. So well done to Jackson Bird. I'm
ball bearing. He's good, isn't he?
guys. If you've got any thoughts on that, please leave a comment because
He'd be good to get on.
Jackson Bird is he test worthy for Australia?
I think he is. He's been given a go, but the thing what he does, he's a little bit like what's his name, Hazelwood, isn't he? He's a bit like he bowls, but he actually does a bit with the ball.
Yes.
And he bowls at a reasonable pace, but there's no old saying, mate. It's like wine. Sometimes as you get a little bit older, you can get a bit better, and he's certainly a better bowler now than he ever was.
Well.
So, but it'd be nice if we could get him on at some stage down the track.
He's born 11th of December. He's 1986. He's 34 years of age, Glenn.
Well, that's okay.
That's all right.
So Payne's about 35, 36, 35, and 80.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah.
Bring him in. So well done, Tasmania. Well done, Jackson Bird. Fantastic effort.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Well, yeah.
Mate, just quickly, before we get on to AFL, we're going to have a bit of a talk about some of the rule changes and things that we've done. But the V8s, obviously, in 2 weeks' time at Simmons Plains, which we will be at. Is it possible that we could do a live stream from the V8s?
I cannot wait to get there.
Yeah, probably.
We could probably do
The
that.
Simmons Plains. I hope the weather's good.
So we've got some big things happening at Simmons Plains, hopefully, to our friend Razor Ray. What?
On technology, but
yeah, technology.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
But anyway,
Not making any promises.
we're gonna be there. If we can't come live, we'll pre-record some stuff and we'll put it up next time.
we'll have a couple of. Well, look, it'd be nice. We'll have a few Herberts, but I'll get that. We'll probably get down pit lane and that with our old mate Toddy
Hazelwood, who's in the state at the moment.
Hazelwood.
Yeah, he's flying around a helicopter, doing it tough.
He was on TV the other night down here on our local channel, and that just saying that how he loves and how hard that that the track is, mate, because he said it's the most testing track.
Is that right?
Because it's all
I think it's the
braking
it's the most boring track
but
of the round.
there's so many breaks.
Juanita wants to see some pictures.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
Let's see
well.
some images.
What the planes?
V8s, you're talking about going to?
Oh yeah, you'll see some stuff. Don't you worry about
You'll
that.
see some. Me and Jeff are going to go for a burn in a minute, don't we?
There is a good chance. I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but there is a good chance that Glennie and I are going into the BJR racing team pits for a tour.
Possibly.
We're going to go
Possibly.
in. We're going in, are we?
Just saying. Could happen. May not happen. We'll see what happens. But yeah, could happen. But we're going to stalk Toddy Hazelwood down, and we're going to have a bit of a chat with him. And
we're going to see all the loud. It's all going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic.
But we're not just going to cover the V8s either. We're going to cover the other races. The trucks are there. The jumping trucks and all sorts of stuff.
How good's he going to be?
Mate, how good is Shane Van Gisbergen? They're 2 rounds in the V8s, right?
Yep.
He's won 5 races.
He's won 5, and he's dominating racing at the moment.
Last weekend, he won.
He was crook too, wasn't he?
Broken ribs, 3 broken ribs, and a broken collarbone.
He was.
And he pantsed them. So,
Yeah,
Shane Van Gisbergen, you are...
New Zealand flyer.
What's going on there?
New Zealand flyer. Oh, that must be the... well, they're pretty tough.
Do you reckon? Is this a question? Is this a question that I should ask?
Tough.
And viewers, once again, let us know. Put a post down there if you think this is right or not. But
just dropped half me frothy down me.
we had Mick Webb on the other day, right, saying Peter Brock was so good because he had so much money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why he was so. He said, don't discard. He was a great driver.
Yes.
But he had the money back. He had the back,
didn't he?
right? Yeah.
He had the sponsorship.
But what I would like to ask Todd Hazelwood or Nick Percat, someone in BJR, you guys, they sit around 6th to 10th or something like that.
Yeah.
How about the Aussie boys in the oh yes, we need it. They are killing it. We'll talk about darts.
Oh, we can. No, sorry.
They go around the track.
I'd like to know what ask Todd what do you need on your car to get you. It's only 0.5 of a second or something like that to the same thing. But what do they need to get to that level to be competitive?
And that's what we're going to learn. I mean, I know you've always been over cars a lot more than I have, but that's why I'm really interested to go to the track and actually try and understand it firsthand. But we're talking seconds sometimes.
No, it's not even seconds. It's point.
It's
But
point.
is
It's
it about
tense.
Money then.
It's tense.
Yeah.
It is about money. It is
So-
about money. Look, when we interviewed Todd Hazelwood and he said, do you like driving in the rain? He said, yeah, I do like driving in the rain because it brings
it brings
everyone to the same level. And I'm thinking,
Well, that's like me barracking for Hawthorn. I like it when they can't, when the other teams run out and they can't get through the banner because I know we're going to win then. Sorry, keep going. You said to me before, I won't get through a show without talking about Hawthorn. They won their first game. Who'd they beat?
thanks for joining us tonight, guys. I've had enough. Seriously, you're going to bring up Hawthorn? Hey,
No, I don't know.
What about Hawthorn? What about their win over Essendon last week? What's going on there? Did you expect that? I didn't.
No.
No. What about bloody Adelaide over Geelong?
That was the
win of the week.
greatest. We're talking about racing, Carl.
We are. I know.
I don't know how to do that.
I've jumped.
I'm sorry, mate. Look.
I'll do a hot lap.
We are looking forward to what? So, what are you looking forward to most, Jeff? Up there
Up there.
at Simmons. Who are you looking forward to driving?
Yeah, I'll probably have a drive.
We're going to drive. We're going to drive there in a bus so we can have a drink.
No, it's just the
Smell
whole.
of high
It's the
octane
whole
fuel.
atmosphere, Glenn. It's
Fuel
the
and-
No,
noise.
but
and stuff.
who do you want to? Who are you most excited to see? I mean, apart from myself and Al and everyone else.
David Header is great.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, thanks, Juanita. Probably. Look, because we've interviewed Todd, I really want to meet him face to face and
he's
say
a
hello.
great young fella.
Good kid.
He is.
Probably, if I ran into Dick Johnson.
Now you're talking my time.
Well,
you know.
exactly.
So that's what I wanted to hear from you. So
David Dogs.
being a big Ford man, and after speaking to Webby,
Yes.
we're going to have to go down, even if I get into
I'm
trouble.
just kidding.
Well,
I'm getting in there.
we've got to
I
get on. We've got to get on and they can get
Can I get down there?
Jimmy Richards on.
I don't want to get run
that's
over when they're coming in, into the pits.
Wouldn't that be funny? Watch the V8 Supercars, guys. You'll see Glennie getting locked up, I reckon.
Yeah, probably right. But Dick and
And it
me,
won't be for streaking.
mate, me and Dick go way back.
Do you?
I don't know.
You and Dick.
You wouldn't want to do a streak of 2 weeks. It's freezing cold down here. It might not be a good look.
You
We
idiot.
We could do that, Al.
You idiot. Did you hear that? Glenn and Dick go a long way back.
We Spearhead.
All right, let's go on to darts, talking about Spears. Juanita,
God.
one of our favourites from
Geez,
the
yeah,
Western
nice
Australia, has just said, look, because we've interviewed Damon Hedder, and if you haven't watched that interview, guys, get onto it, because if you like anything about darts, and it's sort of, these guys are magicians.
We've got Damon Hedder, we've got Jeff Payne, we've got...
I don't know.
He's a star.
Well,
He's a star.
no,
Yeah.
I'm-
You're right.
I'm
It's all
for-
on the back of Damon Hedder.
It is.
This is your success.
Yes.
Is coming on the back of
Yes.
the great man.
But Tim Kelly, who bloody plays with us up in Queensland because we play online, he's now up to like 6 or 7 180s,
Well-
mate. Perfect throws, so he's kicking our butts.
Oh, well, I'll carry your bags when you're going over.
Bloody Tim
over
Kelly.
there.
But anyway, Juanita's just said that Damon Hedder is now ranked 48 in the world, and Gordon Mathers, who was
48?
he's gone through
48.
Q school, is now 100. So
That's
well done. We don't
bloody awesome.
we don't know too much about
well
Gordon,
done.
but we might have to
who
have
said
No, it's
Gordon,
bloody
Gordon
awesome.
Mathers. So we might have to
Well,
talk to him.
it's because it's worldwide, isn't it?
know.
I mean, the
Oh, yeah.
darts. A lot of people don't like when we first started to do the darts. If you
Yeah.
go back,
Yeah.
I mean, even before Damon came on, we didn't know a massive amount about darts. We didn't know how big it was, but by geez, we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And then you've continued. We have a bit of fun in here.
Yeah.
Not too good, but you practice regularly, and as you say, play online and. You're starting to play for money.
The
probably.
thing is,
I don't
Glennie,
know.
that
Sorry,
yeah, but what money? But the thing is,
Easy.
with Damon Hedder, like he was.
He's a tradie too. He's a roofer.
well, he was, but he was one of the big things in Australia. He was winning a lot of competitions, and he hadn't gone to Q school. Q school is basically it's a pass to get you into professional dart playing, right?
Okay.
And it's hard. It's hard to get
It's
hard to get that pass. So he went. He got his pass, and he is beating people that have been playing darts for a long time. I'm talking Van Gerwen, I'm talking Andersons, I'm talking Chisnells,
yeah.
all of the best. Wright, Peter Wright, all of these guys he is beating. And look, a couple of tournaments he's fallen short on the final where he's lost, but he's making.
But he's
finals.
competitive.
Oh, mate, he's more than competitive.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He's averaging over 114.
He's beaten quite a few of these guys.
Yeah. What is
and
it?
I mean, it's time, mate.
The Aussie darts scene, the DPA is now up and running. So,
Is it?
Yeah, so... But anyway...
It's a big thing, too, on TV now, the darts.
It's huge.
A lot of people... Like, I started watching it because we're playing the bar, but because of Damon.
Yeah.
And then I started watching it and think, geez, this is actually quite entertaining.
It is.
And I know a lot of people say...
And they are entertainers as well.
But they are.
Yeah, it's bloody good.
And, can I just say one thing? It's just jumping
life,
off there, but I've been watching a bit of bowls. 10 pin.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how you said about the great man that we had?
Yes.
Belamonte.
See, because I've been talking a bit of French tonight.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Now I'm going to talk a little bit of Italian.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. Is he Italian?
No, you can't talk about him.
No, he's banned.
No, sorry, we're not talking about that. Belamonte, what's that?
he's the guy. He's the
Harry.
Harry.
You idiot, Glenn. But look, no, I just noticed. Was
Alex, why do I do it?
He was the first man, you said, to actually bowl two-handed.
Yeah.
But I watched a couple of weeks ago.
They're all two-handed.
They're all two-handed now.
Glennie,
So copycats.
I've got something big to say about Jason Belmonte. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take a seat and have a listen to this. Ten-pin bowling is not recognised as a sport globally. It is a sport, but, they say it's more recreational.
That's massive.
Jason Belmonte, I'll take my glasses back off this.
Down at Florida.
Jason Belmonte has been ranked number 29 in the world.
Wow.
29 best sports person in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
behind LeBron James and 29.
That's
but a lot of people I can't fathom that. But a lot of people like Australians and English and all the rest of it, you don't know just how big it is because when you watch it, when you see the American broadcasters, this is in Florida, down in Miami there, and they had the doubles, and they went through all the world champions, how many they've won. There's one there, the Iceman. He's a lefty. He was a lefty. He's only lefty.
Birchie's the Iceman.
He's a lefty.
Yeah.
And he was, every time it was hitting the pins, bang, bang, bang. Gee, like that. Jeez, I can still click my fingers. That's pretty good. But, it was just incredible. And then I'm thinking, Jason Belmont, he wasn't playing. He was commentating in one of the early parts.
Yeah.
So,
do you believe that, though? He's the 29th best sports person in the world.
That's
and he's 10-pin bowler. 29, right. And he's Australian.
29, and he's Australian. Well done, mate. So there, we've just mentioned fantastic. Darts.
Yes.
We've mentioned 10-pin bowling.
Yes.
And we've got world champions, and we've got one that possibly will be a world champion. He's a champion man. And what else have we've spoken about car racing. We've got. The young fella over the back here, Alex.
I'll have a look into the Indy Lights with Alex.
But we don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, we'll get into that and find out what's happening with Alex, and we'll go from there. But, mate, let's get on to AFL.
Okay, let's get on.
I just wanted to ask you a couple of things. We wanted to talk to Trent Crode last fortnight.
Yes.
We had issues with their internet or our internet.
Been on theirs, but it doesn't matter.
And it didn't work, guys, and we apologise for that. And we hate wasting people's time.
Big fella seemed pretty pumped. We were pretty pumped in that to listen to him because he was going to give us a
rundown of all the teams and where he thought they were going to be and stuff. Yep. So we don't have that tonight, Glennie. But what we do have, I've got to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, the new sub rule. What do you think? What do you reckon? Is it a good thing, bad thing? Where are you at?
Only because if I was a sub person,
yes,
I would be pissed off.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say? Can I say that?
We just did.
No, I'm pissed off. Because I'd be sitting there. It'd be like being on the bench when they used to only have two interchanges.
Yeah, remember Brent Harvey for North Melbourne used to be on the sub, and they had that little sub rule.
Yeah, but they can sit there. So, look, it's my side too that had a young fella. He's a bit of a gun, this kid. He sat there the whole game when they played Essendon. Didn't get on the ground.
Yeah.
And then when they took him into the rooms, they're all celebrating, pushed him in the middle. Poor bugger didn't even get on the ground. So, look, I do know, but having said that, I think yes.
How many
They should have one. Do you?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. No, I do like it.
How many
sorry.
times have you watched your team play and you've lost
you
a
get-
good player
in the
and you're
first
down,
2 minutes?
Yeah, and you're down a player and it's like the rotations. They got less rotations, and I'm thinking, we're stuck.
And you don't want to watch the game then, do you?
The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's open. It's open for anyone just to take a dive and, I'm hurt. You know, there shouldn't be a club doctor. It should be an AFL doctor who assesses them and says, no, he's no good.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they changed it, have they?
I think it's an AFL doctor.
Well, if they've
but the
changed
thing
it,
is,
that's a good thing.
it started, Jeff, and that's the controversy, that started just about concussion, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then now, what you're saying
Yeah, if you lose
is
a man.
that your leg or your knee or your... I think that Elliot, didn't he, the other night, Jamie
Yeah, Paul
Elliott...
Bugger, how's that?
Paul
It's just
Bugger,
an ankle,
12
just an ankle
weeks,
twisted.
Twisted 12 weeks.
3 months later.
3 months later. But then
It looked worse.
it's like, as you said, I mean, that was in a critical part in the game. He wasn't playing a bad game either. And
Razor Ray, thanks for joining us, Razor.
the Razor, we'll see the Razor.
Well,
Can't wait, mate.
we just
can't
spoke
wait.
about you too.
Yeah, we can't wait, mate.
Hope it wasn't bad.
No, wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. But yeah,
But
you're
no,
right.
so
You're just in time for Cleve's tips, Razor.
oh, hang on, just sit down and get a drink because this is going to be long. But no, it's not. No, but
What about the man in the mark? What do you think of that?
yeah, like it.
You can go up and down, but you can't go side to side.
No, I like it only for the fact, Jeff, and I've been harping about it for years, and I hate to live in the past, but I do. But it's what it's done. It's made the game go quicker.
Yes.
And
Yeah, you said
it's
night,
more
it's more
man on man.
one-on-one.
Yeah, so what we saw the other night, so
Yeah.
it was interesting, wasn't it? And the biggest thing that I got out of that game the other night, Carlton and Collingwood,
Yep.
and I listened to the commentators there. They interviewed these two lads at the end of it.
Lads.
And it was
Lads.
it was what's his name, Peter Moore's son,
Yeah. Darcy.
Darcy, on who was the got the big tall fella from Carlton.
I just got to say, you're asking me a lot of questions right now.
I'm thinking that I'm
Hey,
going
you
with
come to the party with all this information,
McKay.
and now you're
McKay.
asking me all these
McKay.
questions.
I counted
Mackay.
at least 6.
Yeah, Mackay. So they're on one another. Now, this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Mackay's kicked 4 goals. And as a big, tall forward, you say, oh,
Yeah, it's a good night.
done well.
Yeah.
Kicked 4. That Darcy
More.
I can't say smart. Or
It's
something.
what he wants. He wants
Darcy
more.
But he dominated. He had the most intercepts in marking throughout the game. I think it was a record.
Well,
So, but his
He's
opponent
right.
kicks 4, but he said, oh, well, he gets them deep because the game, now they can go to, what they're saying is now, when they lead up, they're going to channels. So, all of a sudden, it's coming out of the middle. You haven't got time to flood. Remember that flood we used to hold and all that?
Ross
Now it's-
Lyon,
now
thank you
it's
so much.
Now it's me and you on one another. And look, if you beat me for the night, you got nowhere to hide, Jeff. You beat me, everyone sees it, and you say, oh, well, I lost that one, and I think you see more marks
yeah, I saw, Moore was good. Yeah,
and the quickness and bigger scores.
More. Yeah.
Oh, Moore.
Yeah.
Not Peter Moore.
No,
Darcy Moore.
Darcy. He's actually
Yeah.
ranked #1 defender in the competition right now, but it's only 2 weeks in.
Yeah, it'd only be Trent
Hey,
Crowe that'd be better than him.
Talking about good
No.
defenders,
No, he's not playing.
my mate
Did you?
Tarrant, he's got, what did you say, Leary? He's got something on his
he's
kidney.
actually pretty bad. He's got an infection on the kidney, and he's out for nearly about half a year.
Jeez.
And just as well they picked it up. He didn't go in there, Jeff, for that.
No.
He went in for some other
that's
minor
normally-
thing,
that's
and they
normally
picked
the
it
case,
up.
I
but-
was talking about Hurley.
Normally, yeah, Hurley.
Oh,
with
and,
his
Hur-
infection.
and Michael
Yeah.
Michael Hurley, he is in real trouble. He's got an infection
He's indefinite. Yeah,
towards the leg,
Yeah.
Did he have a hip?
hip.
got a
It's
pen.
hip, and they don't know when he'll be back.
No, it's indefinite.
All right.
Have we got a pen?
I need a pen.
We've got
I've
a pen in the house.
I have a pen. Hang on. Anyway, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Glennie, just before we wrap up and go to your Cleves tips for a quick run around the horses. So
Oh, no, it'd be long.
So you don't upset everyone.
No, because it's a slipper.
All right, matches to go. Tonight we've got Geelong versus
Oh.
Brisbane. Who you on? Geelong, Brisbane.
Is that tonight?
Come on, hurry up.
It's along Brisbane.
Yeah, who you on?
It's down there.
It is. It's
unfortunately-
Cardinia.
Unfortunately, it's down there, mate. I have to go for Geelong.
You got to go
I don't
Geelong,
like-
haven't
I
you?
don't like
Right.
Geelong.
Sydney Swans and Adelaide
Well, you'd have to go for the Swans after their big win.
at the SCG.
Yeah.
But Adelaide beat Geelong. Can that, what? Would that just be the dream run if Adelaide get up over Sydney away?
Well,
and because they all thought they're going to be bottom of the ladder, and they get up and they
you know
hang on
what?
a minute.
I did watch a bit of that, and can I just say that the
We
way they tackled,
we were at the pub. That's why.
that's why we saw it.
Yeah.
But didn't they tackle well? They
did.
were like wolves.
They did. They were
like
scary.
a pack of dogs.
It was like North Melbourne in the first quarter.
Like a pack of crows.
They tackled. They put on pressure.
Actually, a pack of crows.
They were.
Yeah.
Anyway, Port Adelaide versus Essendon.
Oh, I think you've got to go for Port after our massive win
all
over
Port,
them
it's
last
all
week.
Port after there. St Kilda versus Melbourne.
That's a tough one. That's the Danny Frawley Cup.
It's the Spud round. I'm on St
Spud
Kilda.
round. I will be going for St Kilda.
Eric-
And Aussie, if you're watching out there, mate, he's a one-eyed St Kilda.
Eric Banner, he's up and about.
Yeah, he's a
Gold Coast versus North
Robert
Melbourne.
Stomper, isn't he? Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who? Gold Coast. God.
Gold Coast.
Yes, versus North Melbourne.
Where's it at, Jeff?
It
Does it say? Is it in Melbourne or
looks like Marvel Stadium. It's very small.
No,
Sorry,
it's
viewers.
down there?
North looked very good in the first quarter against Port Adelaide. They looked really good. They were
Did they
tackling
get
hard.
any injuries? They get no injuries.
Mate, they got a lot of people out. We got a lot out.
Well, hopefully blokes like Cunnington and
He's not playing at the moment. He's out.
okay. Well,
Anyway,
I'll sit on the fence on that one.
I'm on Gold Coast. But anyway, Hawthorn, Richmond.
Oh, I think you got Richmond. No, it's Richmond. Look, Hawthorn. Hopefully they make a. What's the word?
It's Richmond, right?
Yeah, but hopefully they don't get. What are you laughing for? Hopefully they
Because
Hopefully,
seriously, we need to put this out right
I'm
now.
on fire.
You're
But
talking maybe Hawthorn is going to beat
I
Richmond
didn't say they were going to
at
beat
the
them.
MCG
I said I hope they make a
on
good
Sunday. Put the fire out.
I
mate.
said I hope they make a good account of themselves and they lose by. I'll be happy with
100.
2 or 3 goals.
Western Bulldogs, West Coast. Got all the West.
Oh.
The West versus the West.
Is that? Do you know where that's at?
Oh, jeez, I just put it down.
I
It's
know,
at,
I like Chestnut.
it looks like Marvel to me. Is that Marvel?
I think it is. Yeah. So
Eddie
it's
had.
no, I go the Dogs.
Yes. And Fremantle versus GWS at... I don't know what that says.
Looks like ISIS Stadium. No,
Stadium.
I think it's over there.
Doesn't matter.
But
Who do you think?
no, they've got injuries, Fremantle. So I'm actually going to go for the. I think they're going to bounce back, GWS.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be. That's probably a smoky. That way I'm going to go for them.
Let's just do this as a bit of fun.
No, I'm going for them.
We're two
GWS.
rounds in, Glennie. Who's your grand finalist? What's the 2 teams in the grand final this year?
Okay, well, one's definitely Richmond
Okay, I didn't think you were going to go there. But yeah.
and Hawthorn. No, no, it'd be Richmond versus Port Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm going Richmond versus Brisbane.
There you go.
That's it. So write that down.
Right, write it down. What do we do?
it'll-
What if the loser out of the 2 of us? What do we have to do? Do we have to do something? We're gonna have a bet, won't we? I mean, do we have to do a go and jump in the water down there? Or
I do that anyway. But yeah.
We'll think of something throughout the year.
Yeah.
We'll think of something because we're going to. This is recorded because the world will see this. and
You idiots!
it's certainly important that you just heard it here first.
That Glenn's an idiot.
I'll tip in next fortnight. I'm not sure yet.
I reckon North Melbourne will come.
No, that's my
last.
tip. No, I think Richmond are still to be beaten, and I think Port Adelaide are the best side
All right.
outside.
And look, anything else that surprised you during the week with AFL?
Not really. We got 75% at the G. Now the crowds are coming back.
Yeah, but they didn't. A lot of people
No,
still.
and as you said, they got 50. They got what, 50,000.
50,000. A lot of people still not wanting to go out. I can
So
understand
it was
that.
midweek.
Yeah.
No, wasn't it?
Yeah, Thursday night. It was only last night, mate.
Yeah,
Seriously, how bad is your memory? It was last night.
What's that 3/4 one?
That's okay, Peter. No, George.
Corey,
But,
Corey is wearing a North Melbourne hat. Look at this. Oh, no, sorry, Carlton hat. That's not North Melbourne.
it's actually a.
I'm worse than him.
It's a
It's an
baseball.
N, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's American.
All right, that's all I've got for sport. Now we're just going to unfortunately have to take you into Cleves.
Oh,
Wait for the intro.
Oh, hang on, I've got an intro. Look forward to this.
Geez, I
Hello
hope
everybody,
Razor's
and today it's time for Cleves Tips.
So, guys, if you haven't watched our show before, Glenn comes on and does some horse tips. Everyone goes to sleep.
no.
Bags the crap out of him,
No,
including
no,
myself.
it's,
Glenn, you're winning lots of money on this, aren't you?
trying at the moment. Fair to say it's been up and down.
Hang on a minute. Is it more up than down, or is it more down than up?
Hanging in there, but you got to remember. I mean, we've been up against some
what?
Well, there's been country races, and when it gets back to the big meets, and because of COVID, we haven't had any crowds, and the horses get offended when they haven't got a big crowd. They like it. They like people going, well done, far lad, well done. They do.
What do you think about that, mate? Seriously.
No, let's get on with it.
Let's get on with
it. Yeah, people are really excited about this. But look, Sydney has been underwater.
Yes.
Not Sydney. Half of the
Eastern Seaboard.
Exactly what I tried to say, Jeff. Has been underwater, and but mind you, here they are. They're underwater, and there's going to be races at Rosehill tomorrow.
Oh,
heavy because there was none last week.
Hallelujah, brother.
None last week, and this is.
What do you mean none?
Well, there was no races. All abandoned last week.
Well, what did you do? Well, Lee, you must have had a quiet Saturday. There was no races on.
I still backed at Melbourne.
You looked at other states.
I looked at other states.
Bet responsibly, guys.
I did.
No, irresponsibly.
I actually got my money back last week.
Wow,
that's a
big day.
No, I didn't have too much on last week. But anyway, let's just jump into it. It's a heavy 8, so it's not a heavy 9.
I take offence to that.
Well, just think it's underwater and we've got a heavy 8. So how good's the drainage at at Rosehill?
You're not talking about me.
What
being a heavy 8?
No, I got through heavy 9s and we didn't even. We're down to heavy 8. Jesus. Anyway, it's going to be fine. Let's get on with it. We got a lot of these races are champion races, but we've got a 1900 in the. We're jumping straight to race 3.
Sorry, before you start, I'm just going to read this. I'm sorry.
What is it? Is
Juanita has just said time for another mortgage on the house again. Raywin said, "See you in 2 weeks." Night all. But she's got the tears, laughing tears thing.
Just think how lucky Rosa is. She's going to be down with me getting the tips live
on a Saturday. Oh no.
Now here we go.
Sorry, Glenn. I've interrupted.
People are not winning Tats Lotto and all that, so you've only got Cleve's tips.
Don't do it. It's all lies.
Well, at your own peril, go with this because this is. I'd put your house on this.
Oh no!
Race 3, horse 7. Hey, you girls, she's ideal. How good's that? 270 at the moment, so it's a fair favourite, but I can't see anything beating it.
Really?
540 on the tote. So
what's that? Race 3, horse 7, Rosehill.
Yes, she's ideal.
Ideal
is a champion horse. These are the best meets now. So let's Jason Collette on. He's a jockey.
Hang on. You can't talk about horses and saying best meat. People don't eat horses, mate.
No, well they're not meant to.
I don't eat horses.
I do know people who do though. Just put it out there.
Many, right? But
they reckon it's nice. They do in France. You're from France.
I am. Oui.
What's horse like?
Tastes like chicken.
Race 4. Horse 1. Top weight.
You're at me again. I'm trying to lose weight, mate. You got to stop. You got to stop.
Oh, sorry.
Mental health issues.
Adib.
You keep calling me fat. Seriously, I'll take offence.
I think I'd pronounce that Adib. Adib. It's absolute fun. Again, I can't. Sometimes you go against favourites. I can't see anything beating this again. But 220, 650 on the tote. So that's interesting. So if you're looking at your betting, don't go fixed. Go to the tote, and hopefully it doesn't come in too much. Go to race 5, horse 15, Montefilia.
And
you Montefilia?
That sounds a bit wrong.
Montefilia?
Yeah. But is what I just said?
Rob just got home, watch out. Hello, fettuccine.
So, race 5, horse 15.
You're just in time.
Montefilia.
650 fixed, 920.
Montefilia.
That's good odds, isn't it? 920
That sounds like an almond.
on the tote. Jason Collette, he's got some bloody good rides there, you winners like I am.
Get on it, guys.
Then 1,500 metres in race 6 is horse 1, Colding. Don't know about this, but I'm going for your odds here. He's not the favourite. He's a top weight.
Hugh Bowman.
Hugh Bowman's on him. Chrissy Waller. Chrissy Waller's always got to get he's the trainer.
Bowman and Waller.
Yeah, Bowman Waller together, so that's good. So $6.
That's a partnership.
$6 fixed, $7 tote. I reckon Trent Crowe's, he's gone down, he's running down the TAB now.
I just wish we could have got him on a night,
Yeah,
because he would love this.
He loves me.
He would have been getting on this one.
He knows I'm a one-eyed Hawthorn. I'm a one-eyed Hawthorn supporter.
Yes.
And I told him how good he was too. Golden Slipper. It's the Golden Slipper.
Cinderella race.
Is the Golden Slipper, mate.
This weekend?
This is the big one.
Oh, yeah.
The big Golden Slipper. This is it.
Yeah.
Golden Slipper.
Okay, so I've gone Horse 7. This is me.
I love these.
It's me on prom night.
Horse 2, Profiteer.
I love
because
them.
we profit, don't we, when I win all the time.
Profiteroles.
Yeah, Profiteroles. 370 and 530, so 370 being fixed, 530. But,
Yeah.
note.
Well, he's got written down note. He has actually got written down note.
I actually would watch the betting out of these two because it is a heavy track. So keep an eye on stay inside. I don't want you to. Well, you can stay inside and watch the races, but that's your option at 460 and 680. I think that could run over the top. Profiteer's got a good record. He's won regularly and stay inside.
Is he full of custard?
He is pretty damn good. Anyway, and the last... Oh, no, he's not the last, sorry. 1,100 metres, race 8, horse 12, Tallier.
Who?
Tallier.
Who?
Tallier. Tallier.
It gets worse every time I say
It's
who.
like a roll here, isn't it?
It is, tally-ho.
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 Oh, well, tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
480 and 360. And we've got the female jockey for you girls. Where's Razor and Juanita?
There.
Rachel King, you guys.
Rachel King.
Listening?
Everyone likes the female
Race 8,
jockey.
horse 12, Tallier. Remember I told you that. So stick about 50 on it. 480 and 360.
Sport wouldn't be
Rachel
sport.
King, absolute champion jockey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's dominating
What about that Jamie?
Who is she?
girl?
Who's Jamie?
Don't. He's in a rhythm. They leave him.
I mean, and look, and
Glenn's in a rhythm right
just
now.
to finish, because they're racing to their chairs to get write all this down. Race 9, and this is way up in the sky. This,
All right.
because that's what it's called.
That's a song, isn't
It's
it?
way up in the sky.
That's
Race
Lucy.
9. This is where you're going to win, like as if you go down and put your money on the pokies. $26. This is paying, Jeff.
What?
Oh, this is Cleve's bet.
This is Cleve's tip. This is the tip.
It's got 53 and a half kilos on
Here
it.
we go talking about weight.
Big odds, and it's Peter and Paul Snowden, and it's out there in the betting. And I just feel that it's wet. It's wet because it's wet track. Loves the wet. $26. How good's that?
Okay,
Get on it.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Way up in the sky.
Guys, sell your house. Put everything on it.
Yep.
Bet irresponsibly.
Yep.
Cleve's tips.
I'll still be here next week. So it doesn't matter.
You're
But-
off.
and that was Cleve's tips.
Thank you.
Let's go home.
Mate, you're on fire tonight. Like you were in the zone. Like you are at one with the
That was
horse.
only
You
1, 2, 3,
are a
4,
horse.
5. There's only a few.
Yeah, that was good. That's better than like the 5 pages.
I didn't do Melbourne. I
Glenn's
didn't
the
do.
horse
No.
whisperer.
Yeah. No.
Glenn's the horse whisperer.
Much better than the 5 pages that you normally read out.
No, I know. That was the whole field for 4 tracks.
No, well done, Glennie.
As
Guys,
Al said, who's the horse
Horse
whisperer?
whisperer.
as we said, bet irresponsibly.
Yeah, I do.
Don't, just, throw a couple of dollars on my
Oh,
way
look,
if
it's
you don't
fun,
mind.
the racing, isn't it? Because they haven't.
long a day.
People haven't even. Actually, all jokes aside, people in Melbourne and Sydney and up Gold Coast, Doomben and
They've got
Gold
COVID
Coast.
dollars.
Yeah, but
to
they
burn.
haven't been able to go to the races, Jeff, either, have
Okay,
they?
so-
And now they are starting to get back.
Wow.
And people enjoy going and
Well,
dressing
Glennie,
up, even if you don't like the races.
There's
Spend your COVID dollars.
There's another COVID case in Queensland as of today.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but
I
they're
didn't hear
just.
that.
Oh,
Don't talk about
let's
that.
not talk about it.
Well, I hope Rob and Ray don't bring that down to us. Ray? Razor? Don't bring that down.
He's
How am I
not,
going to put Cleve's tips on?
he's not my
I've got
friend.
COVID.
I don't know him, don't like him. Guys, if you're watching the show, you like what we do, please subscribe, tell your friends. We do have a lot of special guests that we do normally get on the show, and but we're going to start doing a bit more of this as well, Glenn.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun because why not?
It's
Everyone's too serious.
yes.
Politically correct.
hello, people
too
in
serious.
Tasmania. Oh, Rob. Yeah, no, we do have some more special guests lined up, and we will do them. Well, not them. That sounds a bit rude, but
do them.
we will have them on
That's
over
why they
the
don't
next-
come on.
the
They
next
all
couple of months.
say.
But,
We'll talk to
Yeah,
them.
we're not doing that.
We will talk to them. But please subscribe and enjoy and like what we do. Tell your mates that we're absolute bonkers.
It's been tough on you guys too. All jokes aside,
Oh, no.
have a joke, because it is hard to get people because of the COVID. It has been tough, and we're not going to do that as much, Jeff, are we? We're going to see how we go.
Hell yeah.
We are going to see how we go, and then we'll just pick them off.
Better keep your mouth shut.
Very, very carefully. We'll pick them off. Okay.
Exactly. Anything else you want to say tonight, mate? Because I'm done.
Just that
My
I'm
paperwork's
just
finished.
loving me beer.
Juanita's doing a trivia chant.
How is Juanita? Anyway,
Oh,
did I
Juanita
say
wants some
her?
trivia back.
Trivia. Oh, no, she won too many. Did she win much last time? No.
Yeah, Jeff didn't give her a prize.
Didn't I?
Did you?
Juanita, you got prizes, didn't you? Did I
Did
send
you
prizes?
have a voucher to send?
I don't know. I can't keep up with things. I don't know.
She was loving Cleve's tips, wasn't she? Did she get a prize for that?
I don't think anyone loves
Rob
Cliff's
wants to know how many VBs you got left in your essay.
Let's have a look.
Hang on.
Let's have a look.
It's getting lighter.
And how many have you had?
Well, I came in with a big number, and not many now, mate. But you'll know all about that in another 2 weeks.
All right, guys. We are off.
Be afraid.
We are
Be
off for
very
a fortnight.
afraid.
We will be back hopefully at the V8 Supercars at
we'll
Simmons
be there.
Plains, and
Ray's will be there. She'll be.
Ray's going to be racing.
Oh,
She's in the
Rob
car.
She's the
asked
car.
How many beers?
Yeah,
have
no,
you
we've been there.
Yeah, we've been there.
We've been there,
Done
done
that,
that.
covered it.
How many beers? Oh, sorry.
Didn't get my prizes. Ooh.
Yeah, you need to find out what
Oh,
it is.
I'll
was the
send you an
prize?
email, Juanita. We'll get that sorted for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I may have.
Australia Post.
I
you reckon?
had COVID myself.
Damn
to
Australia
be honest with you,
Post.
so
They're shocking.
I've been out for 6 months.
I asked for a mustic and lollipop from Queensland the other day. It still hasn't come.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Serious?
I ordered an ice cream, but it doesn't come either.
I'll look into that, Juanita. We'll get that sorted for you.
Nah, we'll fix it.
All right, guys.
Okay.
That's it.
Well done, guys. We actually got on air. How good was that?
Yeah, it's first time in a long time, hasn't it? We've had to pre-record everything this year.
Yeah.
Thanks to the producer, Al.
Yeah. Well done, Al. It's
Yeah,
good.
right.
A good show.
Always does a great
Now,
job.
just while we're finishing, because I know we've got a few people still watching, flying in July. I know it's only March and April is starting very soon,
gotta
but
get ready. Get
we're
those steps
starting to kick in. We want to get a few teams in this year for Natalie Arnold.
We do.
a
We've seen that.
superstar.
And Nat was down here.
Yes.
And her husband and a bub.
Yep, Matt.
And they were. She's great. She's
Lockie.
fitness fanatic.
She is.
Oh,
She
she's
is. She made me look stupid. But
tiny
guys,
and looks fit.
if you want to do something to lose a bit of weight, or just get a bit of fitness, or just get out of the house and get away from your
Just
partner,
get a bit of weight. Hang on, just have another drink.
we will be doing the flying. Oh, you look at you! Look at the producer! Bang!
Oh, run
Fly in
down under.
July. We will be onto it, and we will have teams from the Friday Frothy and.
You're so surprised.
Me and Al, we're flying in July too. Because our birthday's in July.
Well, that's true.
So we'll only be, I'll be 20 and I'll be 25.
Oh,
big
yeah,
big
you're
5-0 this
Pretty
year.
young.
Should be, actually, should be 19.
50. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you in a fortnight. If you've got anything you'd like to see or talk about on the show, please email us at thefridayfrothy at
Thanks,
gmail.
Anita. We're in too.
thefridayfrothy at gmail.com. Disregard that. Anything you want to talk about or see, or if you'd like us to interview someone, I'll even try and do that for you as well. So let us know, and have a great weekend. Hope you've enjoyed the show. What do you got?
Oh, sorry, mate, I enjoyed the show. I thought we finished.
Come on.
We're in there.
I've got to go to the toilet. Hurry up!
Okay, no, we're done. We're done. No, well done.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
We're good.
Good night.
You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
Bring it on. No pressure.
Frothy.